not funny, like Jax. Seriously. Look, I know. Look at Tron. He's like, oh, he's coming. He's like, what?
I wear my own.
It's a nice
I wear my own
shirt.
shit.
It is.
It's a very nice shirt. It actually has me, you, Dodge on it. And you're the only one that has one.
Yeah.
We made it for them. Shout out to the SoSos.
Did we make it for them?
Yeah, who are we making for?
I don't know. But we gave them the shirts that we made for them.
But this is merch. They've been asking for merch.
Okay.
And you're wearing the only one
So
that you actually make in your house.
It was a test shirt.
A year ago.
Right. And then we never figured out the color.
We?
Yeah. Because I printed it. You didn't like it.
It's a very nice shirt. Is that the same one from a year ago?
Same one. I've only
That's
worn one.
Department is so shameless. Wow. Great. If anybody out there wants... they mad. SoSos. They can't stand it. I love it. I love it. If anybody out there wants merch that Trom is wearing right now, let us know. Email us at SoShamelessPodcast@gmail.com. And we can maybe petition Trom to actually make us all some. Instead of the one of one that he has on his chest. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling today?
What's going on? I'm good.
What's your energy like, man? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling all right. You know.
Your Dodge not here. How's it feel? We got Jax here with us.
Yeah, what up, man?
Jax, what's good, bro?
I'm chilling. I'm good. You know, we did the other pod.
Yeah, you got any pussy since then?
And well, I didn't think we was gonna talk about that. But I mean,
it's been years. I'm just gonna check in with you every time I see you. Like, yo, have you had sex yet? How long's it been?
like May 2021
That's cool.
ish.
That's cool. I feel like that actually makes you more attractive.
To who?
Women.
Where? I'm taking office.
You know, Jax stands for jack off. Jack off. Is that what it stands for?
It do now.
It does now, right?
Fuck it.
Jax, short for jack off. Trom, say you were still in the dating pool. Chick said she hasn't had sex in almost 2 years. Make her more attractive to you or not?
Not really.
No?
Why?
First of all, she probably lying. People think I'm lying.
But why?
So the reason why, because if you haven't had sex in 2 years and then me and you have sex, it might put a lot of pressure on me. Like, I don't know what your expectations of me. It's almost like taking your virginity or something. It's like,
what?
I ain't want
It is. It definitely is.
No.
Absolutely.
Oh hell no! I have to
Melly, I'm
comment.
not saying it is the same.
The first nigga that has sex
No.
with you, Melly, is in trouble.
No, why?
You a virgin?
It's been 2 years
No,
for him
I'm
too.
not.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's
Sorry. I
fine.
didn't mean
It's
I'm
nothing,
exposing you. I feel
there's
like.
nothing wrong with it. Like I feel like there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean,
Yeah, I never said there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying there might be some.
There's what pressure?
Pressure on
It's just
that
been
guy.
like a 2-year break.
Melly,
like what type
you
of pressure?
told me on this podcast, if it wasn't this one, it was the horny one. You said the next nigga that gets this, oh shit, he don't even know.
Okay.
That's what you said.
Okay, that's good
I just
for
said the
him.
same thing and you're disagreeing.
What don't he know?
But Trom said that
Don't stutter.
there's pressure.
You don't even have that problem.
There's no pressure. Like just do what you usually do. Like what's the difference?
What I usually do is backspin and go out the back door, and that's a lot of pressure for somebody that.
What?
He's saying he's gonna fuck you and leave you alone.
Yes.
And you're gonna go crazy
Yes.
What?
because he's leaving you alone.
He's paraphrasing.
That doesn't make no sense at all.
I feel like if a woman hasn't had a guy in a long time, what he's saying is when she does get a guy and the guy actually has sex with her, she's gonna want him to take her serious for one, and she's gonna want more, and it can become a lot of emotional baggage on him. Like,
No,
what
that's
if I
why-
just want to casually whatever?
That's why
and
you
I'm
have
the
to
only dick
communicate.
for the last 2 years.
You have to communicate. If the girl wants to be in a relationship, then don't fuck her. But if she wants to just have casual sex, then it's okay.
Melly,
Like
does
I
dick
don't really
change
think-
things? Does dick change things?
it does. But if I made up my mind,
So everything you just said doesn't really count until
if-
after I fuck you, right?
if I'm very comfortable in my skin and I know myself very well,
Until I'm in it.
and I know
Then you're a whole
that
different person.
But you don't even know the reason why the person is not having sex. Like you never know. It could be maybe a breakup. It could be maybe because they just want to take a break. Like you never know. The person might not even be attached. Like you don't know. So you can't just assume and say, "Oh, the pressure." Like,
I'll give you that. I'm not assuming that they would be attached, but I am assuming that it's been 2 years, and there's other things besides attachment that could become problematic if you haven't been sexually active. It's a whole new
okay,
feeling.
so what? You scared that she's gonna put a gun on you and say you have to stay with me?
All I said was it might be some extra pressure on there, as opposed to a woman that's sexually active.
I think the pressure will come beforehand.
That makes no sense because even a woman that is sexually active, they will do the same. Like it doesn't matter if it's a 2 year, 1 year, the other day. Like it does not matter. It depends on the person and in the situation. So that's just bullshit.
I think more than likely though, a person who hasn't had sex in 2 years is never going to really be up for nothing casual though, because
that's a lie. Because I want to be a hoe.
But so why aren't you?
Yeah.
Because I'm not ready for that right now.
So you're not
it's not because that I'm going to be attached to the person that I fuck.
He was saying attached. I'm saying just casual. Just I think if you're not having sex for a long period of time, it's probably for a reason. Mm-hmm. And one of those reasons is probably you're not as casual as you think, if you think you're even casual at all.
And the first person that breaks that 2 year gap, I'm not saying that it's automatically extra pressure, but it could be like, I don't know. Who knows what the reaction would be? I just feel like it might be a little bit more of a reaction than if you were sexually active consistently over 2 years.
I still call it bullshit.
Call it what you like.
If you don't mind me asking though, like what's your reason for your for the sabbatical though?
I don't have a specific reason. I've just been focusing on myself, and like just a lot of shit has been going on with me personally. Mm-hmm. So like I don't have time to put a nigga in my life dealing with what I've been dealing with. So
I got you.
It's not because I don't want to have sex. It's not because of that. It's not because I can't find nobody. Like it's just I chose to not do it.
I got you. Yeah, I said all those things
because sex complicates things, right?
Because niggas are complicated.
You serious? We doing this out the gate? Men are more complicated than women. Seriously? You have the gall to call us complicated?
You guys are complicated.
I'm not doing this.
Hey, you know what though? I'm gonna agree with her, just based off the fact that
you being dodged right now.
I don't know. No, hear me out. Hear me out though. I'm gonna agree with her based on the fact that the women who think men are simple aren't willing to put in the effort to figure them out. So I actually want you to think I'm complex, because that means you're going to take some time to like try to understand me for real. Now I do feel like men are more simple than women are, in comparison, but I would rather be considered complex than I'm just like every other nigga. Cause
I like that too.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I like that too. Have you ever had a woman figure you out for real? Exactly.
I don't think nah.
It sounds good. It actually all sounds great. I will tell you what. I personally don't like being figured out.
Okay.
I don't like for a person to think they have me figured out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then they're not leaving room for me to actually exist. Everything I do falls into this category that they already think they have me in. And that shit kind of can get played out very fast.
Definitely.
When, like, I'm doing one thing and you're thinking it's because of this character trait that you have me boxed into, and I'm looking at you like, that's a recipe for disaster for me. Somebody actually being able to figure me out. What do you think?
Nah, I was going to agree and say I hate when a woman thinks that they know what my next step is going to be. I'm like, I don't even know what my next step is going to be. Like, how the fuck do you know? Like, you know what I mean?
But that just could be because you're a Gemini and you don't like any type of accountability.
Wow. Okay, if that's what you want to call it. No.
Y'all are always going to have a defense first.
Well, Geminis also, most Geminis are kind of like free-spirited, go with the wind. So, meaning we don't necessarily always know our next steps. We kind of go with the flow. So how the fuck are you going to know our next step? So it's kind of like, nah, you think you know, and that's even more frustrating because you act
That's
like
an
you know
excuse.
something. Then you really
Because
know.
I can literally say, yo, so not speaking about you in particular, right? But if you're saying if I know that you're a free spirited person, and you just go with the flow, that means if I asked you to do something right now or by then, more than likely I know you didn't do it because you're free spirited and just go in the flow. And you're gonna come with an excuse. No, it wasn't that. It was something else or it was something else. Yeah, but you didn't do it. I know you didn't do it.
You're talking about an action like taking out the trash. I'm talking about like life moves and moods and how you actually things you want to do in your life and shit like that. That's different. Yeah, you could predict a nigga that procrastinates. Like, I bet you ain't gonna take the trash out till Tuesday. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about that.
It's a lot of fucking contradictions on this damn podcast. I noticed that. Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be so shameless. You either, Melly.
That's a lie.
Yo, you either.
That's
Okay,
a lie.
we had Dodge in here last week fighting tooth and nail. Tooth and nail. That niggas are crazy for not wanting to actually go through the stress of trying to break up with a woman that don't want to break up with them. And women would just accept the information, Jax. They would accept it.
Wait, say this again. Say this again.
If you say, so I think what was the conversation was that guys sometimes kind of stress a woman out or like do the wrong thing over and over again.
Oh, so she'll break up.
So
with
she'll
him,
break up
as
with
opposed
him.
to
Clip
breaking
from
up with
Lou.
her.
They don't
After,
communicate
right?
straight
Got
up.
you. Got you. Got you.
And Dodge was like, it's bullshit. Y'all pussy. You know, women will take it and they'll leave. And Trom had the point that actually most times women can get really crazy. If a guy tries to break up with them, they could do wild shit. They could try to fuck up his life. You see it over and over again. And Dodge was like, that's not true. This is bullshit. You guys, excuses. I ran into some clips on the internet.
Oh, awesome.
Several. One was from Stormy P. New sensation. She's on Hard and Soft next week. Where I can't remember what she said. What was it? Something like, "Oh, you want to break with me? Ha! That break up with me. That's great. I'm coming to your house. I'm coming to your house." But it got worse than that. I go to Instagram and we see this clip from this young lady. Let me make sure that you guys can see it. The caption says, 3 days later, after the breakup. That's what the caption says. Let me turn up my fucking volume so everybody can hear.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah. Can you please come get your stuff from my house, please? Please come get your stuff. That sock. I'm not throwing away a motherfucking thing, dog. That's your favorite sock. Why would I do that? Then it'll be some motherfucking shit. Cause you ain't gotta worry about me calling no more. I just need you to come get your shit.
One sock.
Please come get this sock. And I tell you one thing, if you don't come get this motherfucking sock, I will bring it to you. I don't want you to come up over here. I don't just want you to come, no motherfucker. Please don't. Please don't. But come get your sock. Please come get this sock out my house. I'm tired of looking at it. Just come get your sock, please. If you don't come get this sock, I'm coming over there. I am. Nigga, I ain't about to no motherfucking cry because I'm getting mad because I want you to come get your motherfucking shit out my house, dog. Man, just come get the sock, please.
Come on. Come on, man. Just come get your fucking sock.
One
I
sock.
want to see you one more time.
You want to fucking... Is somebody asked me this week about closure. I think we've had this conversation before. Is closure a real thing?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's
Sure enough,
it's necessary in order to move on. You kind of got to know that it's, especially sometimes relationships, the longer it is, the harder it is to break up. You're like, we ain't really broken up. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just need to know for sure that you broke up and why, and that person is done. And you know, like the video suggests, sometimes a woman ain't always trying to hear it. If she ain't ready to break up, she ain't going to just accept it. Like, okay, you want to break up? Okay.
Jax.
I'm trying to figure out what you mean by is it a real thing? Like, is it a real thing? Like, do you need it? Or is it a real thing? Like, does it really exist?
When people say they need closure, is it just a pathway towards trying to get back in your life? Or is it a real thing? Like once you get closure, you're good on a breakup.
I think, well, in that case, I kind of think it's a fallacy unless the person is willing to give you that. Because like the situations and experiences that I've had, like when I've been the person who's trying to ask for the closure, I've never gotten it from the other person.
Why do you need closure? You've actually said, "Hey, I need closure."
Yeah, like I don't know if I've actually
emotionally intelligent.
I don't. Like, blinding me. Hold on. It's not even right. Hold on. I don't even know if it was like the exact words. I need some closure from you, but I think it's just on some like. I
just want to
allow me to give me. It's almost like give me the permission to like stop trying to make this work. I don't want to be the only one who's trying to make this work. Because if you leave it open ended, I'm gonna keep trying. But if you tell me that it's really nothing that I can do that's gonna make this work on your end, then I could close the chapter on my end, and I could also like respect you in that process. You know what I'm saying?
Me personally, if I'm not ready for it to be over, and she says no, you can move on, I'm gonna say, but why? Why?
Okay.
And the why is what I need closure about. It isn't that you're telling me to move on. I'm gonna go. We've been together for 7 years. Why is it that easy? Mm-hmm. You fucking with somebody else? Why? What happened that made it this serious? Mm-hmm. And if they're not gonna give me that, they're not gonna give me that reason where I can digest it, and I gotta be ready to digest it.
Right.
Ain't no closure. Now I'm calling your job or showing up with flowers or calling your mom or yo, she just moved on, like yo, she crazy, like yo, she got my sock over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
My favorite sock.
But that would be a scenario. That would be a scenario where it's a fallacy because you're really not looking for the closure. You're looking for the reasons so why you can keep it open. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm more so want to know how you can just leave me like that.
But when she tell you how,
no, she's just saying she's doing it. A lot of times people just ghost you,
right?
Get mad,
That's
hang
true.
up. You trying to call, they not really answering.
Yep.
It's just like.
But have y'all never had an experience where you actually tell the person X, Y, and Z like, yo, you're not sucking my dick, I can't deal with that, or like, yo, every time I come over, it's an argument. That's why I don't want to talk to you no more. Like, have y'all ever had a situation where somebody actually gave it to you, and now you had to make the decision on whether or not you're gonna accept that and walk away, or if you're just gonna say fuck what you talking about, I'm gonna try to be better at that, so I'm not gonna leave you alone. Because it really is like the closure, what makes it kind of a fallacy is it's a two-way street, but both people gotta agree to like stop driving. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's
there
like,
have been mutual situations. I was talking to this chick recently, and she annoyed the shit out of me. But I kind of digged her, the idea of her.
Yeah.
Right? I was talking to her, whatever. She just got annoyed. Every time I spoke to her, she's just mad at something, just annoyingly like,
yeah.
What's the issue? Seriously, what is the issue?
Yeah.
So one day I'm in the crib, I read Who Moved My Cheese? I said, yo, I don't want to fuck with this bitch. I don't want to fuck with her. So I text her, hey, we should talk.
You know what that means.
Yo, I ain't never heard a man say that to anybody. That's usually like a
female thing?
Yeah, like that's something like my mom or like
trying to be.
I feel it. It's just like, you know, that's astounding. Like,
but she never answered the text.
Oh shit.
She ghosted me on trying to break up with her. I said, wow, bitch. Fuck. I didn't even do anything.
Yo, that's funny.
She already knew what time.
Yeah. She knew what it was.
So wait, so now you need closure from her?
No.
Oh. You like, yo, like, why you?
But in my head for the next couple of days, I was like, dead ass. How you stop fucking with me when I'm trying to stop fucking with you?
She saw it coming. She quit before she got fired.
Yeah.
She was like, I know what this is.
Yep.
I got called into the conference room. I'm gonna put my 2 weeks notice in before I even get there. Fuck out of here.
That's funny.
Don't notice.
Weird shit, man.
That's funny as shit.
No, I ain't need no fucking closure, but I was definitely perplexed at how the fuck you had the nerve to not answer my shit when I was trying to break up with you. Like, that shit fucked with me for a minute.
That's funny. What made her annoying?
I need simple. Some people just have a naturally nasty disposition or
I got you.
are jaded towards relationships.
Oh, that's what you just said.
I
You
don't
said you
like
mad at
dealing
everything.
with what the last nigga did to you so much that it's like imprinting onto me.
Yeah.
Everything is like, that's not me. Like, yo, you're good here. You're safe here. Like, yo, I got you. I would handle you this way. I would handle you that way. I'm not that guy. The distrust that you're showing, that's not in me. I have not done nothing to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So after a while of simple conversations going left or simple situations going wrong, it's kind of like, are you actually dealing with me or the ghost of the last nigga?
Mm-hmm. What percentage of women do y'all think that is in general, though?
People.
Like,
I would say people.
Or people. Okay, yeah, people.
Because while women may be giving you what happened in the last relationship, you're still giving her what happened to you in 7th, 8th grade.
Right.
You're still giving her like some shit that patterned the whole way that you date.
Yeah,
and she's trying to break through and say, you can trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
While you're dealing with the shit that happened that she might not have healed from whatever. But I actually think, to your question, that I think a lot of people are carrying around emotional baggage. I feel like men actually do it more. It's a theory. The reason why women have better emotional support systems. Women still have their parents that help them with whatever. They have their friends. They actually speak about it.
Yep.
Most of society and social media, whatever, is geared toward understanding the plight of women. And fuck out of here, nigga, the way Dodge does. Whatever you're going through, fuck out of here. Whatever you're going through, fuck out of here. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did that. So my thing is, it's like a revolving door where you want me to heal, but you're not even like willing to join the process. Men don't help. We don't help each other like that. So we're really walking around a closeted bag of fucking emotion. We just waiting to fuck some shit up because we don't trust nobody and we don't have nobody to talk to and we're not as bright as Jax.
But Jax don't get pussy, so don't listen to me. So, stay dark, nigga.
Stay dangerous.
Fuck out of here.
Jesus. Goddamn Christ.
Shit.
Fuck, man.
Why she laughing at me though?
I don't. You know that, this nigga's gonna fuck us up today. This nigga's gonna fuck us up today. How do you ever give up? Like, have you ever? Because they say men don't break up. Have you ever like given up on a situation? Like, you know what?
Yes and no. Like, and I say that because like I've never actually called a woman into the office. Like, I never been like, yo, we need to talk, or like, yo, this not working out. I usually am the person who's I'm gonna just keep trying. I'm gonna make sure that like I turn over every stone. I never want to regret losing out on a relationship or what could have been, because I stopped running before I kind of like reached the finish line. So the situations that I have been in, I haven't been in a lot of relationships, but the ones that I have been in, they've kind of sort of broken up with me. But it was super open-ended though. Like once a woman actually hit me up and was like, yo, I don't really think this is working out. And I thought she was joking. Like, I really like laughed the shit off. Like, fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like seriously. She's like, no, seriously, nigga. Like, shit not working. And it fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? And it was the fact that at the time I was playing ball, so I was in a different city. So I was kind of like super focused on that. So I think I was just a little disconnected from her actually being serious. But my most recent relationship, the one I reference a lot, that was one where we clashed a lot. And it got to a point where I was always the person who would extend the olive branch. Like when we would have an argument or we would have a disagreement, a couple days go by, don't speak, I would always be the one to reach out. I would always be the one to make the call, like, yo, like, let's talk about it. Like, what we gonna do about this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this shit like back on the rails and shit. And one time we had a really bad disagreement, argument. And I remember she was like, I was taking a train like back to Philly from Delaware. And before I got out of her car, I was just like, yo, so like, when we gonna talk about this shit? And she was like, well, it ain't shit to talk about.
Ooh.
I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah, I hate
So I got on the train and I finally had made the decision, like, I'm not gonna reach out. I'm not gonna extend the olive branch this time. And that was the last time we talked.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yo,
I'm sorry. That was wrong. I'm sorry.
Yo,
I ain't had pussy ever since.
hey, yo, that was my origin story.
Tough break.
That's funny, and that's how Jack's off. Right? It was created and shit like that.
When standing your ground goes wrong, right?
Right. But you know what though? Like, I've been in several situations, not like that where it's a relationship, but I've been in a situation like even last time we talked where talking about like the, you know, I always initiate, and this time I'm gonna put the ball in your court. And sometimes you figure out about people when you put the ball in their hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they never not gonna say never, but when given the opportunity, they don't
show up.
Yeah.
They don't show up.
And it kind of tells you what you need to know.
That has definitely happened to me. Where I'm saying, you know what? Let me see if Shorty gonna hit me. And your shit be blank.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, all right, because I thought I was, you know what I mean? I thought it was me. Because I keep trying.
Yeah.
I realize this person don't really want that.
Yeah.
Her focus somewhere else, or she's just leaving it open to kind of keep me on like the board, but I'm never getting in the game.
Yeah.
So to me, that can be closure. That's happened to me, and that's been my closure. Closure doesn't have to be hearing verbally from your partner, you did this and this, that. It could be silence. And it's like, okay, bet. I know exactly where we stand now. That's my closure. I'm going to take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Move on.
You ever had somebody come to closure with you about the wrong shit, though?
What you mean?
Like call you a liar, but you didn't lie.
Shit.
That's not gonna give me no closure.
Yeah.
Because you're walking away saying something about me that's not true. That didn't happen. You're saying I'm irresponsible. No, that didn't happen. That's not what happened. Like, I was handling business. You're talking about I'm irresponsible towards you. You're not understanding my point. And then you're using it to break up with me. And that's not what happened.
For the sake of my own sanity, I would spin that into something that made sense for me. Like, all right, if you don't believe me, then you're not giving me the benefit of the doubt. And there's some trust issues, insecurity issues. So that's the problem. You know what I mean? You calling me a liar and I'm not? All right. I need the benefit of the doubt. I need some grace. I need for you to trust me. It's not there. And that'll be my closure. I'll internalize it.
I wanted to start the episode. Now, Dodge, obviously, pillar of the Shameless community. I had a bunch of things that I wanted to speak to her about. And it wasn't all men versus women. Things that I definitely needed a woman's perspective to speak on, right? I was sent a clip from Kira J on tour, I believe. And she does these amazing, amazing spoken word moments. I want to play a little bit of it. I'm not sure if we're going to play the whole thing because this thing is about 3 minutes long. And I didn't ask her for consent for that. But I wonder if we can get something from this as men. We have an all-male podcast today, right? We want to speak about things that are better for the community, right? Like I said, I don't really like just being a guy that's out there just talking mad shit and walk away and nobody gets to learn nothing, take nothing from it. You know, like, get no insight from us. We're all intelligent black men. Jax has a dope-ass platform. Or I don't know if he's come back to the... I was about to pause that. Hold on.
Come back to the mic, bro.
Just hold on. Just hold on. I didn't think about it. You know what I'm saying? But he's a very good
orator.
That's not right.
Yeah,
that's not
that's
pausey. All right. Team over there. Hold on. He's very good before it might be. But let's hear what Kira J has to say.
Before we think of things to say, before we dive into our most inner thoughts, let's get the fucking out the way. See, for me, bad dick is a deal breaker. No matter if you're smart or you're fine, so before I invest my energy into you, I need to know if it's worth my time. So we might fuck soon as we meet. Once, twice, maybe 3 in a row. Then if that chemistry is there, we can begin to get to know. Because the pressure of leading up to the physical is something that I can't take. In the past, I made the mistake of investing in men that can't make me shake. So fuck with you. Before you're introduced to my spirit, because if you want to talk after you failed to make me come, I ain't even trying to hear it. See, with most women, they pussy is they only possession. They make men work before they lay. Be selective of who they let touch their bodies, but then give their hearts away. My prized possession is my energy too. This vibe is rare to find, so you can penetrate my body before you get into this mind. And the best things about me have nothing to do with the things that I can do with the bed. I might let you get into my drawers, but never let you get into this head. Plus, I've seen it too many times, these women that want to make men wait, thinking that playing a good girl role will somehow guarantee their fate. And then once he get what he want, he going like a thief in the night. And your asses be DMing me crying, talking about, Kara, I did everything right.
Oh shit!
I'm telling you right now, if you have an opportunity, now there's way more to this. I may put this into the So Shameless Discord. If you're part of the Discord, I'll send it in there, put it in a new episode discussion folder so you can hear the rest of it, and maybe listen to it in the morning while you're talking about how ain't shit these niggas are. Fellas, do you look at a woman like I said, all male podcast, right? Let's get into the mind of the men, and how we relate to the world. A woman like this that's saying like, you know what, I would fuck you first before even taking you seriously, before even thinking about going down that road with you. I need to see what that dick hit for. Would y'all judge her for that?
Nope.
Second date.
Nope.
First date, second date. Let's get to it.
Judge her on what you mean? Like, I'm my bad. I'm semantic, man. Like, what you mean? Like, judge her for fucking, or judge her in the sense
Would you
of
take her
like
seriously as like, yo, you know what, wife contender?
I don't know. I'd have to get to know her as a person, because it would be, it would loom in my mind. Why is this your strategy? Like, what drove you? Because I would find it hard to believe that was her strategy from virgin to wherever she is now. I would be interested in finding out like what happened that made that become your go-to strategy when dealing with men. I don't know if she would be open enough to let me in on that, but that would be what I would be curious about. And I think the go-to for a lot of women when we have these conversations about purity culture, like they deemed it a name and shit now, but like it's always to call men insecure, and I think it's actually secure when you know what you're insecure about. You know what I'm saying? So like I would be, I guess, man enough to say that I would. This is one of the things that I would be insecure about just because of the lack of information.
You think that something had to happen to her to want to fuck you first?
When you say something happened to her, I don't even know if it's trauma. I wouldn't even want to label it trauma, but just like what was your life experiences? Could have been great experiences. Could have been not so great experiences, but like what led you? Like, because I don't think, who comes out the gate with that? Who comes out? No, I'm saying, like, I know I'm unfamiliar with, but no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry, I didn't even mean it like that. But I'm saying like I'm just, again, I'm speaking from my own anecdotal experiences. Like, so when before I lost my virginity, the first time, my mentality was I wasn't necessarily trying to wait till I was married, but I was just trying to wait until I found somebody who I felt like was important to me. You know what I'm saying? But then after I lost my virginity, I realized like, damn, like sex really not all this crack y'all niggas cracked it up to be. And then after I had experience after when I lost my virginity, the way I lost my virginity, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. Okay. You know what I mean? So experience after experience after experience, my mentality of let me wait until I meet somebody super duper special, that mentality or strategy kind of changed. Like sex got less and less sacred, for lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying? So there's a story behind that as to why that is. I would just be interested in to know and like what changed her mentality about how she looks at sex when it comes to like dating and shit like that. I would just be curious.
It's interesting because I'm a thinker and I overthink things a lot. But this is one instance where I wouldn't be curious at all. I'd be like, oh, bet, let's do it. You know what I mean?
But the sex part or
yeah.
the after the sex part, trying to figure out if you want to take her serious part. Because I wouldn't judge the sex.
Either or. I wouldn't judge the sex or her wanting to put the sex first. I would just think like, yo, we two grown ass people. You just wanted to fuck.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, yeah, you know, I think if you attracted to me and chances are if we had a good first date, the vibes is right, hopefully I did the right things, said the right things, I wouldn't be like, damn, why would she want to fuck me? You know what I mean? I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking like, yeah, of course you want to fuck me. Of course, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, she a grown-ass woman making a grown woman decision. She want to fuck. And then after that, we can see where the cards fall. See if we like each other like that.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
I got you. I've been in a situation like that. It didn't pan out into a relationship, but it did work out really well. Like we had sex like on the first or second time, and we ended up, you know, dating for several months. It crashed and burned, but I wouldn't relate it to
Crash
that.
and burn is crazy too.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, it's violent.
But
Didn't just walk away. God damn, man. Damn.
you know what I mean?
Violence.
But I just like the way that we and I don't have like a super religious background or nothing like that. I just find it interesting how when I was 16, 17, 18, the way that it seemed like the culture talked about and thought about sex is different from now when I'm 38 and how insignificant sex has become. I just think, to me, I think there's a bigger thing there that we kind of skate over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong or vice versa or nothing like that. It's something larger. It's something larger than that. You know what I'm saying?
I think Charm and I are horse.
Okay.
I'm a former whore, and I would say, wait till you get.
This nigga want to separate himself.
I'm only saying that because wait till you get our age and you think sex is insignificant at 38. Like at 47, I'm like, I'm good. Like I'd be tired. I'm like, you know, I haven't been single in a while, but even when I was single several years ago, it's like, you know, when I was in my 30s, it was different. Like you have more of a sexual appetite, and it's like now sometimes like even when you got a bad chick, you just like, I just kind of want to get a good night's sleep tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel it.
I think that Jax is dating with purpose though. Like he's not. Sex isn't the. He's just on a different type of time right now, and this is what I'm thinking. Like he's looking for content, like for some real shit in a person before he's going to take in that energy and all that. And I think that that's what a lot of these women want. This is what they talk about because they still be fucking niggas like me and you.
I mean,
but I clearly
they actually want, huh?
No, I'm saying they be fucking y'all and
don't do that.
My shit on the 36 month lease.
Like that. This nigga, even if I ain't getting no pussy back all episode now.
It's funny. It's funny.
You said you're taking box offerings though, no?
Yeah, but I still got some standards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nigga got standards?
Come on now.
What standards? What is that?
Yeah, what are your standards?
What are standards? Let's start slow. What are standards?
Like, what's my... All right, so, like, for the past year, jokingly, in jest, I was like, I only got one... Because I had a bunch of standards. And then people were saying I was picky and shit like that. So I was like, all right, bet. I'm going to erase all my standards, and I'm going to just come back with one. And it was, if you could just run a mile in under 10 minutes.
What? Like, seriously?
But that's the only one I got. That's the only one. It's one. It's literally one.
Did you hear? Did you hear yourself? Did you not?
Jumping jacks.
Did you not hear?
Cartwheel.
It's literally.
What the other ones you threw out? No.
But wait.
No.
But wait.
What were the ones you threw out?
But wait.
That was your
wait.
standard.
But wait, though.
I see why.
But wait though.
Holy shit.
Just to see how why did why did the room erupt when a nigga went from multiple standards to one standard, but the one standard was physical condition?
Huh? Nigga.
How is that absurd?
That's absurd. Make you a good person.
Yeah.
First of all,
how is that a standard?
Okay,
that's like a requirement.
Just for sex. It's like you have to be an Olympic sex.
Yeah.
Like what?
Olympics? You don't gotta be in the Olympics.
I thought your standard was gonna be something more like, you know, a woman that like found herself spiritually or some shit. That's what I was expecting.
Right.
Yeah.
Could run a mile.
Like,
Let me.
first date, this bitch like, what
But
the
listen,
fuck
it's-
is going on here?
Yo, this is always funny when I say this, but I do in a deeper fashion, right? Y'all funny. If you can do that, it tells me a lot about you. You disciplined.
Huh?
You care. What?
Yo, man, don't pay attention, Melly. She don't like you no more. She's not running nowhere.
Okay, but listen. All right, for real. Think about y'all go. Do you go to the gym? I know you go to the gym because I be seeing you on your story and shit. You go to the gym?
Yeah.
Y'all, Nick, I know you go to the gym.
I don't go to the gym.
You
No.
don't go to the gym.
I don't go
That's
to the
why you
gym.
mad at me. Do you go to the gym? All right,
She
so
walk
like
fast.
now,
I'm athletic,
a person.
thank you.
What time do you be going?
When I get a chance.
Okay, so if you really take a look, next time y'all go to the gym, take a look, especially if it's super early or right around like 5-6 o'clock. It's always people in there who are probably successful people. Because they got to be on a routine, they got to be disciplined, they got a plan, they got shit probably listed out. Some people got workout books and shit like that. Just those small things, I feel like can tell you a lot about how a person kind of like lives their life. Like, yeah, they could be douchebags, they could be an asshole when they leave the gym.
I told you. You should
But I'm
pay attention to Melly. Trust me.
But I'm just saying, to me, and I'm a former athlete too. You know what I mean? So like, they care about their appearance. They care about like just certain things. I feel like, or that's kind of self-care in itself. You know what I'm saying? So when I say like run a mile in under 10 minutes, it is in jest. It is to kind of startle the room or whatever. But I do feel like there are certain things that kind of come with that.
The people in the gym, single,
Okay.
go to the gym every day.
Set it up.
Right?
You think that they are like great qualities for a successful relationship right now? Especially if they're successful. You think that those are the people that right now are ones that would be like a really good partner going forward?
I mean, I don't know. I
I think if we're talking about white men, most of them is going to be douchebags. They're going to be douchebags. They in the gym. They working about their pecs all day. They're financially like they got their bread, so they're just running through whatever. Definitely probably got some coke going on. Listen, I can't even judge that because I do go to the gym as much as possible. I don't, and I'm not trying to judge nobody that goes to the gym. It's a really healthy thing. I just think that I would rather date somebody who my standard would be they're a good person. They have good friendships. They have long lasting relationships in their life. People speak highly of them. People want to be around them. They have a really strong friend group. Like if you got 10, 11 good motherfuckers around you, that makes you more of a fire individual to me because you're able to, people are pouring into you, you're pouring into people. Like that means you're not blocking
right.
positive energy. You know what I'm saying? So I'll look at that as something. But running,
Let me give you my real list.
wasn't expecting that.
Let me give you my real list.
Were those some of the standards you eliminated?
My
Can you run a mile?
my real list, to keep it very short, is be happy, be funny, be nasty. And when I say happy, I mean intrinsically. Like I don't want to have
right?
to.
Can we get that the title?
Say it one more time.
Happy,
be
funny,
be
nasty.
happy, be funny, be nasty.
I like that.
And when I say happy, I mean intrinsically. Don't rely on me to create your happiness. I want you to be happy on the inside. Be a nice person. Be a kind person, I should say. Not nice, but be a kind person. When I say be funny, it's not necessarily be hilarious, but have a sense of humor, understand humor. Don't be overly sensitive to certain conversations, because sometimes serious conversations need comedic relief. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be with somebody who doesn't really grasp that. And be nasty. I mean, it's really not be nasty, but just be open enough to try things that you've never tried before.
Love that.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's a real goddamn
Now
answer.
she likes me again. She likes me. She like fuck that running shit,
He set
bro.
us
Like
up.
you.
Yeah.
This is guy that had to be a talking point for him. I don't even know how he did that. He had us all fucked up.
Yo,
He brought it home.
that's
I
hilarious.
swear to God,
man.
you brought that shit the fuck.
Yo, y'all set me up, man. Because as soon as you asked me that, Nick over here, so I'm like, oh yeah, tell me your dumb ass standards and shit like that.
Dumb ass fuck.
It ain't dumb. That means she gonna have a,
I will say that
like-
sex for me early, it has worked for me. But it just, I guess, like most people that I've been in long relationships, I had sex with the first date. Even people who are still in my life now that have transitioned over to friends or whatever, first date. For some reason, there's a kinship there. We understand each other. You know what I'm saying? We're not bullshitting each other. We're not promising nothing to each other. We got that through. I'm agreeing with Kira. I'm not gonna say, that I'm holding you to a certain, like, oh, you ain't give me no pussy yet. Like, that doesn't really mean nothing to me if you didn't. But the ones that did, for some reason, we talk to each other different. We fuck with each other different. For me.
How often have you tried the other way? Without
Not fucking early?
Yeah.
I do it all the time. So, just because the ones that have worked doesn't mean that I haven't tried it other ways. And what's the longest I've waited for some pussy and still kept the motherfucker around?
the motherfucker. She wasn't super significant.
Let's just say it's not memorable. Let's just say it's not memorable. It's not.
I do agree with you in the fact, like, when you do have sex earlier, it probably is because y'all chemistry is better.
We had better chemistry with each other.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm
I've
saying?
waited 9 months.
Yeah.
You
So
said
I-
9 months?
Yeah, I've done it both ways.
Well, she was pregnant?
Nah.
You have to wait
As
to
soon as
drop
you push this
it.
baby out, boy, that's your ass.
That's your ass.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Shit. But
That's
what would
wild.
make you wait 9 months? And was it successful?
It was successful-ish. It didn't like translate into like a full-term relationship, but it didn't end bad. It wasn't a crash and burn.
No crash.
No airbag.
That's funny.
Yeah, it ended pretty good and somewhat amicably, but
Somewhat.
also at the time I was fucking other people, so it's not like I was celibate for 9 months. You know what I mean?
But what did you, when you say you waited, yeah, because that's what I was going to.
Yeah.
When you say you waited, what is the waiting process? You just kept what for 9 months?
Waiting mean like you talking to somebody, you dating, you going out, you enjoying their time, but she just wasn't ready for sex. And I was like, all right, you know.
You kept taking her out with dated, or you had her coming to the club for 9 months?
Both. It's happened more than once.
9 months twice?
Yeah.
That nigga like, that's 18 months.
That's 4 semesters.
That's funny.
That is?
Yeah.
Fucking other people.
And yeah, but damn. I don't know if I don't think
I'm
I.
One, it ended because of some shit that I did, so it wasn't even my fault. Like, she was actually a good person. It could have worked out. And then the other one, I probably regret that because I took her out on mad dates. We used to go to the movie. She was like my movie person. You know how you got somebody for different things? But at the time, I had a lot of sexual partners, so I wasn't tripping. I wanted to fuck her, but I enjoyed her time. I enjoyed going to the movies with her and dating. And then 9 months later, we just never fucked. And I just kind of was like, I don't know what happened. I feel like I might have been friend zoned or some shit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're her movie buddy.
Yeah.
Do you think that she wasted your time?
Possibly, but because I had other things going on, I never really took it that way. But I ain't like that feeling though.
Do you
I
think
could
that
say
women
that.
can waste a man's time?
Absolutely.
How?
Absolutely. If you have intentions for somebody and they're misleading and their intentions for you, then yeah, that could waste your time. Especially if you wanted like a relationship or you wanted something. Even if you just wanted somebody that you could kick it with in a sexual way and you thought that it was gonna get to that, but they had no intentions on it getting to that, that's wasting somebody's time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's a waste of time when a woman is kind of going into it and she's like hoping that you grow on her. You know what I'm saying? Where it's not like there's no physical attraction like right from the gate. I feel like that's a waste of time.
Have you ever had a woman court you, and you weren't that interested in her, but you still kept her around? Niggas is looking up into the sky. Niggas both looked at the ceiling.
Like I wouldn't say court, but I will say a woman has given me her time.
But you was interested in her,
and I'm saying where I would like my interest was for her was mild, but I could tell that she liked me a little bit more than
mild.
Is
crazy. This nigga's wordplay is
crazy.
Mild. Yeah. Can you imagine if you said, "Bitch, actually, if you like her,
mildly."
My interest in you was mildly. Nuts. Mildly is nuts. How do you come back from that?
Oh man! But no, I'm just saying, like, you know, I've been in a situation. I wouldn't say she was courting me. I would just say like I could tell that she was into me more than I was into her. But I still, you know, I was still entertaining, and I knew like I wasn't gonna take this person serious.
Yeah, I wouldn't use court.
But shooting her shot at you.
There's been times where she was the aggressor, and I was reluctant at first, and she was persistent about it, but it wasn't courting.
Yeah.
She was just a little bit more aggressive.
But can you take a woman shooting her shot at you seriously?
Absolutely.
You don't think that comes off a little thirsty?
I think my personality actually attracts that because I'm naturally laid back and I'm not the shoot your shot type of nigga. Like so
you got 10 chicks in your life. How many of them bagged you and made sure that you knew, hey, this pussy's yours when you're ready?
I'll say maybe like 60-40. Woman was the aggressor more times.
So 6 of the 10 bagged you and put that shit on you, and you just was like, oh shit, yeah, I got some pussy.
Yeah.
Jax.
Nigga, the way he said it. Oh shit. Oh shit, I got some pussy.
Shit, maybe 70-30 next.
That's funny.
It is 70-30 with you.
Yeah, probably.
Because I know 1, 2. I know a lot of your joints. They be on you.
You a tall nigga too though. What you like? 6 what?
6'5".
Yeah, see that help.
This nigga, they be on him.
That help.
I don't think that mean anything. It's just
it means a lot. It mean a lot.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it don't mean anything as far as women being attracted to me, but I mean as far as like them being aggressive towards me, I think it's just because I'm laid back, and I probably would not have met them if they wasn't.
If you was a laid back 5'8" nigga, you would just be a nigga in the corner, nigga. Like, what you talking about? What is he talking about? Laid back 6'5" is like, ooh, he must play for the Knicks. You feel me?
Yeah. Jax.
I don't think. I'm not people. Women don't really shoot their shot at me like that. Or let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. I'm oblivious to a lot of shots. I'm oblivious to a lot of shots, probably because those shots, it's a lid on my basket. You feel me? So like, I be laughing a lot of shit off. I be thinking people joking, but then sometimes I've gotten that people are kind of intimidated by me just based off of like social media content, because like, you know, on the pod, if I'm you know, I might be yelling a lot or kind of speaking aggressively, and that's really not me in real life for real. That's just when I'm speaking, like I'm just trying to figure out the best way to like get my point across.
Yeah, I mean, they do that shit to me all the time. They be wanting me to be funny and shit. I'm like, bitch, I'm tired.
So I think a lot of the time, like I think a lot of women
Enjoy.
Fool, stop looking at me waiting for me to make a joke. That shit is annoying.
Real shit though.
Fall asleep on dates and shit.
That's funny.
I'm good.
And then like when chicks like think you got a lot of hoes, like they don't want to be the next one on the list. So that a lot of the time, well, for me, you know what I'm saying?
Put my name on the list.
We all have we all got different experienes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right
My
now.
hoe's not competitive like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Yeah,
They're
they
not
not.
competitive.
They need to run faster. That's what I'm saying. Man, fucking 11-minute mile. Like, nah, what the fuck is you doing? Hurry up.
You didn't make the cut. I ran into this tweet on the internet
from
today,
Somalia?
and it said, as a girl, it's from a young lady named Jazz Love, and it says, as a girl, you're not supposed to be out here shooting your shot. I don't care. You compliment him and keep it pushing. If he act, then he acts. If he don't, that mean he don't want you. Why you want a man you had to go and chase? Bye.
Trash.
Jack, Nick, you don't agree with this?
I don't agree with that at all.
Why?
At all. Because if you see someone that's attractive and you're interested in them, say something.
All right, so you compliment them?
You compliment them, and I think you are very attractive, and I would like to get to know you. I would like to get to know you a little bit better. Would you be open to me getting to know you or getting to know me? It's that simple.
Trom, you good with that?
I like that.
Yeah, Trom's definitely good with that. Jack.
State your intentions. I'm like Jax. I'll be oblivious sometimes. Like I'll miss a hint in a minute. So yeah, sometimes you got to really lay it out there for me.
And it works for you.
Yeah.
I know the young lady's experience here has been that she wants a man to show interest in her. She wants to stay on her perch, and you kind of have to get to the point where you can stand next to her on her perch. Everybody's below me at this point, right? You woo me. Make me interested in you. Make me want to entertain your advances. I feel like that's a winning model most time, because most women don't want to just be out here shooting their shot at multiple niggas. Like, okay, how many people you gonna shoot your shot at, Nick? How many times you gonna go up to a nigga and be like, yeah, hey?
As many times as it takes. If I'm interested, really truly interested in someone, I'm gonna shoot as many times as it takes. The problem is, men.
At the same person?
The same person?
Yeah.
I give it 3.
You gonna keep shooting?
Yeah.
He
I'ma
keeps
keep
blocking
shooting.
the shot?
I'm gonna keep shooting.
He's like,
I'm gonna keep shooting, which I will take
like-
you on a date. I'm the type of woman that if I see something, if I'm really, really interested, I'm going to do what it takes to gain the interest of that person. If, I really want to get to know them. Now, after the 3rd time, if they're like, nah, then it's like, okay, I'm gonna chill off you then.
I have seen this work. I must admit, I have seen niggas not be interested in chick, and she wrangle him down, and they married now.
Oh, wow.
She made him because she made his life so much better in every other way. While he was doing shit with other chicks that he had to put out, she was there like, I don't know. She was like, you're my nigga. I'm marrying you. That's it. And it happened. Like, it took about, I don't want to, let's just say, it was a while. She fought the good fight. But it worked. And he swears by her now. He actually swore by her when they were together. When they were just, whatever, dating, whatever. He knew, like, yo, nah, there's nobody like her. Nobody, son. Like, nobody but these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Melly.
But you also have people that are afraid of rejection. Because I know I'm one of those people. And I may really like a guy, but I probably would lose the guy because I'm afraid to shoot my shot. Because I'm scared that I may get rejected. So some females, they're just scared.
I think
It's so hard for a woman to get rejected. Like, you gotta be really terrible looking to get just flat rejected. Cause a woman shot ain't, to me, a woman shot really not the same as a man shot. Like, a woman shot could really be something just as like a high. Like, chicks
women say hi to you.
Do y'all say hi? No, I'm talking about like, do y'all say? I'm trying to stop saying bitches. So forgive me if I. Okay. So forgive me if the shit. But like,
Oh my
fuck
God.
that. Tax tried
Like,
to
you-
stop saying bitches.
like
Fuck you, nigga.
what I was gonna say was like, bitches don't gotta do much.
Nah.
You just gotta look halfway decent, open your fucking mouth, say hello, what's up, and then the nigga will fucking really take it the rest of the way. Because personally, I feel like I'm a great conversation haver, but I'm not a really good conversation starter in outside of a podcast realm. Because I know that we're coming here to converse. You feel me? But like, if I'm walking outside,
I'm horrible.
What, Melly?
So
I'm the same way, by the way.
if a
No, you're
chick
not.
came
You're
to
lying.
you
Uh-huh.
with your standards,
Okay.
will you give them a chance?
If
Like,
she got on track shoes, nigga, what up?
you see? So what if she ain't got no track shoes?
I'm kidding. So I'm answer the question.
So any female that comes to you, you're gonna give them a chance. Like, you're not gonna be like, I'm not interested or whatever. You're just gonna give them a chance.
I'm not gonna say any, but what I am gonna say is, from a male perspective, I understand how gut wrenching it is to walk up to a complete stranger and try to express your feelings for them.
So weird.
On the off the rip, like, you know what I'm saying? So just off of the strength of that, I'm gonna look her in the face. I'm gonna hear what she has to say, and I'm gonna have a conversation with her. Now, it may not go anywhere, but like, if a woman like really just like asks for my number like on the street, like, I'm gonna be so fucking amazed. I'm like, hell yeah.
Nigga, I've seen TikTok
Like-
videos where a chick walked up to a nigga and said,
Yes.
gave him her phone. That's it. And he was like, what? She was like, he was like,
Right.
put the number in, and she took her phone back and walked away.
Because at the
Didn't
very
say a
least,
word.
even if she looks terrible, her head may be amazing.
Wow.
That's it. If you being nice, I've asked this question and Twitter fried me. I said, if a woman's nice to me, does that mean she won't fuck me? If she's just being nice to me, like, why are you being mad nice to me? Are you trying to fuck me? Most times, yeah. Yeah, but you can't say that out here because you get canceled. It's like, it's very, whatever it is, it's creepy that you think every woman that's nice to you wants to fuck you. But my experience is
I think
my experience.
I think the same thing with guys. I feel like every guy that's nice to me, I think they want to fuck. So I think the same way.
But how can you say that and then say you scared of rejection?
I'm just saying. I don't know.
You just said you think every guy who's nice to you want to fuck, but you're also scared to get rejected?
She's scared to be nice to them first.
Because then now they're going to think you want to fuck?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I have no idea.
Have you ever misconstrued niceness though?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because a
white
fucking
women.
waitress came up to me the other day.
Right. It's her job to be nice.
And the way she looked, first of all, I was very hard. I was horny. I was very horny.
In the
I haven't
restaurant?
had sex in a minute. I'm horny, bro, right now.
You was hard at the restaurant?
No, not all right, man. You heard the wrong word. Don't even focus on that. 'Cause his hand is right here. He's like, you was hard? Gripping up on me, nigga? This nigga's gripping up, nigga. But I'm sitting there, and the young lady did something, and we caught eye contact as she, like, took some back. And when she went up, I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard right now. Nah, but I really, it was an interesting thing because I was like, damn, why am I like so ready? Like, she was just smiling at me while she was taking my fucking order.
He was hard
She
at
was
the
taking the
restaurant.
She took the menu back and she like
Nigga
looked
said
at
I was
me like-
ready.
and I was like, you too, bitch.
Right.
If you bring that paella,
Want to be
over
on
there.
you.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, she didn't like me because I asked her, and she was like, "Nah, it's not a thing." She had a man.
I do gotta call you out for lying though, cause you are one of
Not with women.
the nigga. What you mean? So with girls
Go
when you
ahead.
was younger,
Say your sentence.
you one of the people I've never been able to approach a woman or girl blindly in the streets without getting some type of rhythm from them first. This nigga is the all-time greatest that I've seen at ice breaking. He could start a conversation just like Jax. Like if a conversation is going, if there's a group of people talking and I jump in, then I could kind of charm a young lady. But out of the blue, I can't just walk up to a stranger. I've never done that.
And he said he doesn't know how to flirt.
This nigga does. Yo, I remember we used to ride. Remember we grew up together, nigga. Like you can't lie in front of me. We'd be on the train,
Get him.
and there'd be a chick that looked good on the other side of the train, and he'll be like, "Yeah, watch this." He'll go over there. She be a chick.
Yeah, Jax.
Mind you, we in New York. New York chicks don't be on the train looking good open for conversation. They be mean mugging. And he'll go up to, next thing you know, she laughing and everything. He come back with the number. I'll be like, nigga, what did you say? Like, how the fuck did you do that?
I told her you were my shy brother. We used to play shy brother. Me and this nigga used to play so many silly ass games. Oh man, son. What was the shit that we used to do? Oh my God. You know which one.
With the push-ups?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Nigga be like, yo, how did that shit go? Ask him. Go ahead. So he'd be like, yo, ask Trump how many push-ups his father could do. And I ask him behind his back, right? So he don't hear me asking you.
Okay.
But ask him.
So anyway, so I'm asking him,
Yeah.
how many push-ups can your father do?
Hey, my father don't got no arms.
Well, you had to be ready for it at the drop of a dime.
Wow.
Nigga would ask, they would always ask me, and I'd be like, yo, bro, you dead ass?
Oh my God.
Nah, it ain't even you, bro. It ain't even you, bro. My dad ain't got no arms, bro. Yo, that's fucked up. Nigga be like, yo. Oh, what's wrong with you? Trying to crack it up. I'm sitting here like, fucked up. Son. We used to play the silliest games, yo.
Oh shit.
We got that from Lavelle, really. Lavelle really set that up. But yeah, as I've gotten older, I think I got more cool. See, when I was young, I was a fool. So even if you look at my Instagram presence or, you know, social media, years ago, I was mad, like, I ain't give a fuck about nothing. But as I got older, I think I just got more mature. I'm getting into that space where I'm more manly than boyish.
Mm-hmm.
And so now when I approach a woman, I'm a little bit more together or whatever, but I'm not as not giving a fuck.
Mm.
I'm not as not giving a fuck as I used to be, because it's almost like catcalling.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to catcalling. Whereas I didn't really care what your reaction was to what I was saying.
Okay.
Now I want you to respect me. I want you to look at me a certain way, and that's hard to do just off some, like, you know, I did it the other day. I ain't gonna hold you. It did work.
Are you scared
I
of
saw her looking
rejection?
at me. I seen her. I'm scared of that moment where you gotta walk away. Where they're like. You ever had a chick just like ignore you, like turn their back while you trying to talk to her, and like look at her friends like, this nigga is trying to, and you're just like,
Yeah.
I'm like Melly. I'm scared to death of that type of shit. I would never give somebody the opportunity to do that to me because I'm
nigga,
so
it's a
scared.
cold walk back to your friends. It's so weird walking back to your friends like, yeah, nah.
You feel like it's easier when you with people or when you by yourself though?
I'm always by myself.
Oh, okay.
So
I got you.
Sorry, I ain't mean to do this. Nigga felt sorry for me.
Yeah, his pop ain't got no arms. Nigga ain't got no friends. My fault. I'm gonna just stop asking you questions, nigga. My fault. Damn.
He said, my bad, bro. Nigga apologize. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I probably would not try to talk to a woman in front of my friends. I think that's unless we're at the club or something, and even then I will separate myself from my friends and go try to talk to her on my own. You know what I'm saying? Unless she comes in the friend circle, and then it's more friendly, and then I just kind of keep trying to talk until she realizes, hey, I'm vibing. We're trying to vibe. This is a vibe. This is not friendly. I'm trying to fuck something. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. Listen, I'm leaving here with something. Let's go to the bar. Let's get let's ditch this shit. That's an actor, right? Denzel. We're about to end this portion and get into actual real show, right? This show runs a little longer than the other one, a little bit longer. But I do have a question. Now, we're talking about relations with women most of the show, as men, right? This Jonathan Major shit is resurfacing.
Really?
It's resurfacing. And it's an interesting thing because I don't know where to stand as a guy that's, really, they say, oh, you pander to women. I try to understand women. I try to understand women, which is white women. So I always said, like, yo, ever since it came up, I was like, we're mad at him for choking a white woman. Like, we're really, and we're mad? Like, you know what? I can understand being irritated. But come on. Nah, I'm joking. Ladies, white, come on, snow bunnies. I'm chilling. I'm joking. Don't bring that up, like, later on in my lifetime story. This nigga ain't give a fuck about nobody. Care about choking white women. But let me see if I can get to the whole story. Twitter or X. Are you supposed to call it X?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Update. Hollywood actor Jonathan Majors arrived to New York criminal court today for trial, only to learn that prosecutors aren't ready to present their case. The problem is that his accuser has fled the country, and NYPD is looking to charge her with assault.
Oh, shit.
Really?
I didn't know that.
The plot thickens.
Neither one of you knew.
I didn't know that, no.
You knew.
And he arrived with his girlfriend, Megan
And he arrived
Good.
with his girlfriend, Megan Good. But my problem is this, right? Because my problem is how...
Really? I didn't know that either.
You didn't know his
you
girl?
know that part?
Yeah.
She's been with him since 2 weeks after this assault. 3 weeks after the assault. They was together, maybe a month, whatever. But she locked in, and she's been with him every day since.
Okay.
I always felt it was kind of weird. She was with the guy dude last, and now she's with what somebody is calling the devil. The whole world is like, oh, he's the worst. He's the worst. He's the worst. She was with the priest before. The next thing you know, you show up with Jonathan Majors. I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird. It made me think. Because I ain't going to say that Megan Good is the best judge of character, but I don't think that she would sway so much. And I'm like, yo, everybody's talking so bad about this guy. I'm not speaking up for him. I don't know. It just made me think. And then, have you heard about this? Because this isn't the first story that I've heard about this being he's kind of being, I don't want to say railroaded, but this wasn't, how do you say it? There's more than meets the eye to this case. Have you heard about this?
This is the first time, what you just read, that's the first time I heard about that.
Yeah, it just
I
happened
know
today.
about like okay. I know he was with Megan Good or she latched on to him or whatever. It's just, I ain't really been following it like that, but I mean, I'm not super surprised, honestly. You know what I mean? Because, like, white people, it's hard to trust them.
Let me give you another mic. Go ahead.
It's hard to trust white people. Sorry if y'all got white listeners.
Yeah, we got white listeners, but they know they got white people in their life.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And again, like, not to make it a man versus women thing, but women sometimes can, exaggerate, and sometimes like the rules of the culture is to kind of take what women say a little bit more with more seriousness than, it feels like a man is kind of always have to be on the defensive.
Guilty till proven innocent.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it don't really shock me for real.
Tron, how you feel about this?
So I'm still trying to understand it. So basically you're saying that she's been the aggressor? She's the one that...
From what we are hearing, what his lawyer has said, from the statements, she attacked him. He was trying to protect himself. He I think he kicked out the car or some shit like that. Then after like a bunch of aggressive behavior, she got back in, or he let her back in. At some point, I don't know if he slapped the shit out of her. I don't know. I don't know. Or I don't know where the choke marks. I don't know where all this stuff. But I've heard all types of shit. I've heard that she went and did it to herself. I've heard all types of crazy shit. I have no idea what to say. I am more interested in the fact that once you're accused, you did it.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you say anything against it, you're part of the problem. And then even when these new stories come out, more information, you don't get exonerated.
Yeah, you can't like untaint yourself.
You're who you are now. That's who you are. You're the guy that got accused for this
Yep.
Yeah.
going forward.
Yep.
Like, oh, that's a nigga who choke bitches. Like, yeah.
And we talking about
even if
black
it's
men.
even if it's not, like you said, even if it's not proven or true, or we
Yeah.
don't know, like we don't
You
know
are
how
who
that-
you are.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with that. I just feel like it's kind of fucked up.
It's very fucked up.
But then we still don't know if he's innocent. So I'm still like, am I one of the people that's doing it too? Like, a lot of people stay away from the shit. But do black men need protection? Are we supposed to band together? If we band together, does that mean we're anti-women?
Yes.
We stand up for you know what I'm saying? Against, like right now, there's people probably rolling their eyes. Like, there was other women too. I only hear one charge. I've only heard one charge. I don't know. There's other people too. Where are they? I don't know.
My stance
At what
is
point can you protect black men?
my stance is usually like I need to see all the information. Like,
But we was on this podcast talking shit about him with ease. When the shit came out, we was talking shit about him with ease. Now when the shit is looking sus, we're scared to say, hey, it's sus.
I think it's a lot of like invisible pressure that is put on just the black community to protect women, black women specifically, but women in general, because I think like the MO is that we've never done it. Even though I feel like that's also false. You know what I'm saying? But like that's the narrative that's been painted for so long, where it's like we do jump at the opportunity to obviously protect black women, whether it be by social media or whether it be physically in real life, but just women in general. And then I think people are kind of like a little hesitant to actually protect a black man if it's still up in the air. It's almost like it got to be a slam dunk. He didn't do it in order for you to even entertain the idea that, hey, like maybe this lady was like full of shit. Like maybe she was actually abusing him. Maybe he was trying to protect himself and he just ended up putting his hands on her to get her off of him. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been in any domestic disputes like that, but I know a lot of men who have, and I know one of my homies had to fucking push a woman's face in the snow just because she was chasing him and trying to beat him up and run him over with his car and shit like that.
No.
That's wild. Like, how do you have to mush somebody into the snow?
But you know, like the point I'm imagining, but the point in time where somebody's trying to hit you and you just trying to kind of almost bear hug them or just to stop them from harming you. You know what I mean? And it's just like, because men are looked at as kind of like the big bad wolf a lot of the time, like, we ain't got don't nobody feel sorry for no niggas. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna hold you. I've had a woman in here going off on me, attacking me and all that. And I wanted her out so bad. I told her, I'm calling the police. I didn't call the police. I acted like I called the police.
Right.
I picked the phone up, I put it to my ear. It's like, yeah, she's here, she's attacking me. Please come now. You know, this, that, and the other. Gave the address, put the phone down, stood by the window, looking out the window as like I was waiting for them to pull up. She's in it. You're such a bitch. You're a fucking F-bomb. You really called the police? You're a bitch. You're a bitch. And I'm just like, yo, just leave, bro. Just leave, bro. Just leave. She would not fucking leave. So I had to drag her out here by her fucking feet.
Damn.
At the end of it, Chiba, I ain't gonna hold you.
Y'all can imagine this?
I'm imagining, were we on the third floor at that time?
Yeah,
Hitting the stairs. You go,
that's what I was laughing. The clunks.
yo, we're cutting that out. Cut that out. Years ago. Eons ago.
That's
Ago. Yeah, I swear it was at least 15, 16 years ago. But yeah, I didn't want to call the police on her because I didn't want to be looked at as a bitch.
I thought you just didn't want the police to come because who they gonna lock up? They gonna lock you up even if you called them.
Nah, she was obviously the problem. Like, nigga, she was drunk. She was wilding. I had scratch marks. Like, yeah, she was wilding. She was wilding.
Yeah.
And I was just like, at that point, scared of her. I thought she was holding the tequila bottle in her hand. I thought she was gonna hit me with the shit.
That's scary.
And at some point, I was just like, yo, bitch, like, yo. So everything I said actually happened, but at some point I had to protect myself. She was wilding, so I just got so like frustrated with trying to keep her off me. I just wanted her out the crib. I just threw her out. So
at one point there was a hashtag like believe all women or some shit like that on Twitter. I might have been after the Me Too movement, and there was some back and forth about that. So when it comes to that, like supporting women, especially black women, is definitely a thing. But we've seen too many instances. Emmett Till was not a one-off, especially with white women lying on niggas, where I can't just blindly believe all women in these instances. And I don't think that stance is me being against women. It's just being like, yo, I'm also a man and I've seen it happen before. Like, you definitely want to support women, and you want to, for me, my always thing is like, I want to hear more. I want to figure out what really happened. Because you can't just we not believing black men. If we got two conflicting stories, I can't believe black men at all. So
can't. No, you cannot.
So, you know, that hashtag or that theory kind of didn't sit well with me.
But what do you do? Because supporting the men in this situation means that you're not supporting women.
So in an instance like Jonathan Majors, I usually keep quiet until more facts come out, or I'll take a stance like, yo, hitting a woman is never okay, right? That's my stance. Let's wait to see what really happened before we pass judgment, because we don't know. All we know is what the allegations are. You know what I mean?
But he got fried, like destroyed, destroyed.
Huh? He lost contracts.
Lost multiple. Like, publicists dropped him, manager dropped him, Avengers reshooting. It's like, what is it, Avengers? They're like, I think they put somebody else in as Kang. I think they did. I'm not sure, but it's like a huge deal. For this, right? And it's just like, did he deserve more belief from our community, or was we supposed to let him drown?
We still don't know though. This shit could have been true. Like, we still don't know.
I mean, yeah, but what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't? What if? And just a what if? Did we fail him? Because if this was a woman, we failed her.
Right.
If this is a woman, is no question about it. If we didn't support her, right? There's another situation we'll talk about later on where I saw people like, why aren't y'all speaking up? This happened. Why isn't anybody speaking up? Can we do that for the men? Can we do that?
I'm sorry, like it's so I feel like this is like a microcosm though of like what a lot of, I'm gonna specifically say black women expect of niggas to just jump out the window. Like, I'm kind of taking away from the Jonathan Majors, but just like in general, our definition of protection in black culture has never been really preventative. It's always been like reactive. Like, somebody did something to me, nigga, what you gonna do about it? Jump out the window for me, and if you not gonna jump out the window, that's when you get called a bitch and a pussy, and you don't protect us, and niggas never protect us, shit like that. And it's just very, the playing field, I feel like, is very unfair. It's very one-sided a lot of the time. And I agree with you, like, we're really not allowed to just, like, silence is almost like complicit in our community a lot of the time. When really you just waiting to hear what the fuck happened, like you said. Like, I want to hear all of the facts so then I can pick, one side of the fence.
But they don't do that for us. They don't do that. Like, for instance, the Monica concert. Did you see the other footage in the Monica concert?
Yeah.
So Monica's on stage. You see that footage, and you see her say, "Hey, don't hit that woman. Don't hit her. You don't do that shit." And she jumps out in the crowd to make sure the lady's safe. And I don't know if they got the guy out of there, right? Well, new footage came out. In the footage, the dude is holding the lady by the wrist, saying, "Please stop." You see him, you can mouth him. He's like, "Please," and he's like he doesn't look aggressive. He's like, you can look like he's basically like she's attacking,
right?
And he's like, "Please." Now I don't know what happened before that,
right?
Maybe he peed on her like Steve did Damon back in the days.
Wait, what?
My nigga we was in the crowd in the concert. My nigga did not want to go to the bathroom. He gets a bottle and tries to pee in the bottle in the middle of the concert.
Yeah.
Peed all over my man's leg. He never forgave him.
Caught the nigga in the leg, yeah.
He's like, nigga, you peed on me, nigga. What the fuck? This is crazy. But maybe he did something, right? Beforehand. But from what we can see, he's trying to hold her. And he's pleading with her, like, stop, please, just stop. He's an older man. Doesn't look like he's on no aggressive shit. I can't tell anything else. She swings at him. He reflects, because he's trying. You could tell that she's like, she swings at him. Bow. He swings back. Slap. She kicks him. Even in that, he's just kind of like Jay-Z Solange. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got the visual. We've all seen this video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But initially, everybody was, oh, these niggas, all of these men, none of these men helped this woman, this, that, and the other. When the new shit comes out, silence. Even more people. Oh, I need to see what happened before that. Now you need to see? You ain't need to see before. Like, oh, what are we to our community? Where do we stand out here? Like, we dead ass, not even, like, no matter what age we're, that guy looked to be like 60 years old.
Well, we got to understand that historically, men have been abusive to women. So we can't act like this isn't a major trigger or something that women could be sensitive to, right? And be like, oh, what about us? Like, I don't want to take that stance, but I do want to, you know, remind us that we shouldn't always rush to judgment at the same time. But we definitely got to be sensitive to what women have been put through at our hands. You know what I mean?
Man, fuck that. Nah, I'm just playing. Yeah, I get that. I just want to know where's the balance, because absolute power corrupts absolutely. And yo, we was talking about this last week. A lot of times women in the house be like the crazy one. They be wilding you up, and you just trying to like chill. It gets to the point where a lot of the older men shrink in their house. They just got their little chair, and the woman is like, "Oh, you fucking this, that, you know, he in there, he ain't doing shit." The kids are scared of the mom. The kids are scared of the mother. Dad, they got more respect. Like, all right, he said it, all right, chill. But the mom be wilding them up. Jax, you don't agree?
No, I'm shaking my head because it's just it's so unfair.
My argument?
No, just the narrative of I agree with what you're saying. I feel like the narrative is just so unfair, where we're expected to protect without asking questions, without requiring any type of, without being able to require any type of, like, you know, just asking somebody to just do something a little different. I don't want to say the S word. You know what I'm saying?
What's the S word?
Submission, like submit type shit.
I had all types of other S's.
but just like generally, like, in order, because to me this is a, but like to me this is like this is just a general like protection conversation. But it's hard to protect something that you can't really tell them nothing for real.
You can't. And Dodge would say that. But Dodge would also be in my ass right now for like positioning men as to be like the victim, which is really not what I'm doing. But it's like, yo, we both exist here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree that women have been victims. I agree that. But then the guys who are in these victim situations, we can't do nothing for it. We can't say nothing. We can't do nothing.
Right.
We just gotta be like, sorry, guy. Mad women were abused before, so
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, like we it's hard for us to like look at men as like individual cases, individuals.
Like, because the minute you do, you fail all women ever.
Right. Yeah.
Because you have a daughter.
That's the part.
Or you have a sister, or you have a mother. Like they always say that. Yeah. And then you have some women, like on the social media, be like, no, I have a brother. No, I need to see the proof. I need to see what's going on. Mm-hmm. But they're looked as the pick-me's. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They look like, oh, we got one of these. Always one of you bitches. It's always one of you bitches. What proof do you need? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn. It's hard. I ain't gonna say it's hard being a man out here because you gotta accept what other men have done, especially being a responsible man or whatever. Or one that cares about the community. It is, because it's like you kind of gotta let mad shit slide until it's proven, and even then, who cares? Once it's called an abuser, you're an abuser. You think these women gonna trust Jonathan Majors after this? All of the other stories that came out that never got substantiated, nothing. This shit.
Making Good gonna trust him. The problem is Disney ain't gonna trust him.
Right.
You know, he ain't no more Avengers.
I don't know. I don't know if that actually happened. I know there was talks. I'm not sure. Did it actually happen? Did they actually replace him?
I don't remember exactly, but let's just say we know for sure he lost a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what exactly that shit was, but yeah.
Does he come back? If this gets dropped, does he come back? Does he get another chance?
It's never gonna be the same. It's still gonna be like,
Yeah.
there's another nigga out there that we could get that don't have this cloud over him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Damn.
It's fucked up, but
Just
it is
get
what it
another
is.
Nigga.
Yeah.
God.
You're not so,
End of it. Well, I really wasn't. I don't. That last portion of this last thing, this Jonathan Majors thing, kind of darkened where we was at with the show, right? It is. But it's something that I kind of feel like I kind of really trying to figure out where I stand with it all. I do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all for protecting women. But I just be like, damn, like we can't do nothing for us.
Does it make you? Do you silence yourself sometimes, knowing like the climate that it's in? Like if you try to show some support or maybe just have a stalemate in where you're gonna lay your support?
I think that I always battle myself on who I was versus who I am now. What's influencing my thoughts? Whether it's social media, whether it's my own instincts or thoughts, or whether it's I'm getting it from other people. So a lot of times I just won't even say what I would have said years ago because I don't know where it's coming from or if I'm right or wrong, or I'm always judging where I am with that. Trump, do you do the same? Or you just say what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Stump me on that one.
Whether you don't know if you say how you feel about every situation that comes out?
I pick my battles, and sometimes I don't want to be on the wrong side of history. I could be a wild nigga. I got wild thoughts and shit. So, I ain't always going to say exactly how I feel.
Who doesn't hold their tongue about what they want to feel?
Who?
What they want to say. Daj, Melly, Nick. Because they're not under that same type of scrutiny that the men are. Niggas, you gotta be careful. With the women, you could say some fucked up shit and you still okay. It is what it is. Or you could say like, yo, I trust these niggas, or I don't believe he did that shit. Cause you don't get grouped in like the men do. If I say, yo, I don't believe Jonathan Majors did that shit, oh, it's up for me.
I agree with you, but I want to be careful with that stance that woe is me. Like if you said if Dodge was here, oh, y'all victims now. Cause like white men are the ones that be like, yo, white man can't say nothing. And they're absolutely right. White straight men can't say shit about shit, right? The difference is black men, we can't say shit about shit, and we haven't like gotten any advantages from any of this. So there has been abuse towards women with black men and black women, but it's not like we came up off of that. You know what I mean? White men have come up off the backs of others, and that's why it's okay historically. Like, historically you got to pay the price for what your ancestors did, but you can still walk in a bank and get favor quicker than that. We have nothing to show for our shit. We're just
our privilege.
Yeah, we have no.
Yeah, clean it
the
up.
The privilege ain't as it ain't like the white man's privilege.
Clean it up. It's the white man's fault no matter what. That's partnership right there, my nigga. Thank you. All of that shit, we was dancing around. Shit. Trump was like, I gotta hold it. It's the white man. And that's how we're ending part 1 of this week's So Shameless. Actually, I have white friends that be listening to this shit. And I know every time they do that, every time I do this, they be like, You know, white people make that, that you know, hiding their lips thing. They go, sorry for slavery. They always do that. Sorry. You already know what we're going to do. We're going to put part 2 up on Patreon right now. Shout out to the people that comment on the videos on Patreon, especially you, Lo, because you do it damn near every time. She's like, yo, honestly, I always listen to the Patreon first. Fuck that. And then I come back and listen again on Thursday, which is what most of y'all will do if you haven't subscribed to the Patreon at patreon.com/So Shameless Podcast. This is Be Happy, Be Pleasant, what's it?
Funny.
Be happy, be funny, be nasty. So Shameless.